Hey, it's always on with Tonya Jay, featuring DJ J U Ice. Are you in the house, DJ J U Ice? You in the house?
I don't know if you can hear me, but yes, y'all, I'm in the house,
y'all. Well, I'm definitely moving right here with that beautiful sound that you got going on. It's Friday. I don't know where Jay is, but it's Friday. So we're going to start this popping off right now. We're going to talk about some, first of all, let me introduce my guests. My guests I have here, I have Raqel Wroten. I hope I said your name right, Raqel.
Wroten.
Okay. All right, so we're going to talk about some vaccines. And before we start talking about vaccinations, I'm going to play a video that I love from Mark Rivulet, who is a comedian and a musician. So check this out. Hold on one second. Everybody mute your mics. Check this out, though. Oh, here we go again. Here we go again. He makes me do this.
Saw me on the street and I just got my vaccine and you're vaccinated, but we gotta wait. There's a gestation period.
So you can't just fuck on the street.
Hey, it's a little raunchy, but hey. All right, so listen, he's pretty happy to have that vaccine. Hold on a second, let me stop him. So he's pretty happy to have that vaccine. I just want to know what everybody's thinking about getting this vaccine. Are you going to get it? And if you got it, and if you don't have it, what do you think about it? So Raqel, what do you think? Did you take the vaccine yet?
No, I haven't, but I have taken the COVID test twice.
Okay.
And based upon my experience with the test itself, I would say no, don't take that vaccine at all.
Okay.
When I took the test twice, I had to get private surgery, and I had negative reaction both times. And I've spoken to many people who actually had the vaccine, both the one shot and as well as the 2 doses from Moderna, and they've had some negative reactions to it. And I just don't think that it's at all. And then the media is not reporting, the mainstream media, not talking about this. About people having nose headaches for days, weeks, and having neurological issues. They're not talking about it. Unless you have people who work in the medical professions or people in your family or friends who've actually experienced it, you don't know about it.
Okay, so you have doctor friends and nurses and all that stuff.
I have doctor friends and nurse friends, yes.
And
they're also advising.
Go ahead, say it again.
They're all advising me not to take it and to also to speak to as many people as I can about it, my family and friends, about how there are definitely many negative side effects to the vaccines that are not being discussed in the media.
Oh, wow. And so did they go in depth about why they're not taking, did they take the vaccine at all?
Well, people who are working in the medical professions, they have to take it because it's part of their job responsibility. They have to take the vaccine themselves. Some have actually taken leave of absences. A couple have quit with their positions in order, in order to avoid taking the vaccines.
Wow. So what do you suggest to the people? I mean, why are you scared to take the vaccine?
Why am I afraid to?
Yeah.
Well, I have concerns just based initially upon the test itself. When I took the COVID test, I experienced, like I said, nosebleeds, and I had a severe headache that lasted for about 2 weeks. It's crazy, right? I'd never had nosebleeds in my life. This is the first time I ever experienced that. And in addition to that, I also had severe congestion in my chest and lungs, and I had difficulty breathing for about a week and a half after taking the test itself. I've been encouraged by my doctor to take the vaccination because I have diabetes, and when you have underlying health conditions, they always advise you to take the vaccine.
Right.
But I don't feel comfortable with it. For one thing, the vaccine itself was produced in less than a year, and yet we have other diseases like cancer and HIV that have been around for decades, and there's not been a viable solution for any of those. So can you tell me, how can they have an apparent cure for COVID-19 in less than a year?
Well, you know what? I agree with you to some points. Let me say this. I think they had a vaccine in the works because this has been going on before we knew about it. That's what I believe. But I'm going to bring my girl, Autumn Larbi, on. Let's see. Autumn, are you there? I want to get your opinion. Hey,
I am here.
All right, so my girl Autumn Larbi, and I'm sorry, let's go back here. Hey there you go. Let's go back.
Hello, everybody. Happy to be here.
Yes, y'all look beautiful.
Happy Friday.
Thank you, TGIF.
Yes.
TGIF.
Let me introduce Raqel again. She is a New York accountant here in New York, Poughkeepsie, and my girl Autumn Larbi, right? That's how I said it. Larbi, right? She's a high school teacher, geography, right? And
yes, world geography.
Yep, she was a former Fox News producer. So she don't switch, she made the big switch and everything. But Autumn, listen, what do you think about the vaccine?
You know, I can't say that I've really done a lot of research, but because I am a first responder, being in the classroom and around kids, I do too am required, or not say it's so required, but the vaccine has been made available to me. And just as I was joining you guys this evening, I went ahead and scheduled my test for tomorrow. I mean, my first dose for tomorrow.
Are you scared?
I'm a little scared. I can attest to what Raqel is saying. I have a dear friend who's a nurse who works in the jail system. And so COVID it's a big, she's a first responder. She's working around a lot of people, and she's been a nurse for over 20 years. And she too is skeptical. But she knows that in order to have her normal life back, to do some traveling and to do a few things, he has to get that COVID shot.
Right. You got to get the jab at some point. There's a lot of people who don't believe in what's out there. COVID-19. They think it's fake. Even though people are dying around them, around them and everything, but they still think the virus is fake, and they think the vaccine is like I would say a government way to control you. So I don't know how
like the syphilis, the Tuskegee.
I'm sorry.
Like the Tuskegee test group.
Yes, and that's what they're having the hardest time now to get African Americans, Black people, to take the vaccine. I mean, I'm kind of scared myself. I have not scheduled myself. I figured that I would definitely go for it if they had it in my around me, but I'm not looking for it. That's what I'm saying to you. I'm not looking for it.
Yeah, I'm here in Texas, and so if you guys have been watching the national news, Texas has opened up. I mean, no one has to ask if they don't want to, and we're open. And so I visited with my brother today, and he's had both shots. And he's been given a card where he can show that he has been vaccinated. So, that kind of struck me as odd, having that vaccination card, but he hasn't had any side effects. I have heard of people who have had the headaches, and some side effects of it, but I look at it as I get the flu shot every year. So,
Wow, yeah. Well, I stopped getting the flu shot this year because it wasn't made available to me. If I got to go search for it, then I ain't gonna go get it. That's the whole thing. So, at my job, they pull us all in. If you want to get the flu shot, you can go down and get it at certain times of year. But so yeah, Raqel. So, I mean, you work around people. You still don't want to.
No, I don't. and most of the clients have come to me. They're wearing their masks. I'm wearing the mask also around them as well. We're actually adhering to social distancing and all the precautions. I'm not concerned. And a lot of my clients also I work with online and on the phone, so it's not a concern of mine.
Okay. All right. What about, and like you said, Anna, you said you're going to go ahead and get the you already signed up. I guess.
Well, I scheduled it. But I have been known to not show up.
Oh, okay. I hear you. How are the cases there anyway? Is it bad there still in Texas or no?
Repeat that.
How are the cases there? Is it kind of bad or no?
Tonya, you said I was a former news producer.
That's what I'm saying.
And since I have stepped away, I kind of stay away from,
What?
But
you're always a news head. Always.
The education drives my thoughts right now. It drives my thoughts.
Okay.
But we were once a state in the red. We were in the red.
Mm-hmm.
So numbers were high. And I'm just thankful that it hasn't come knocking at my door.
Okay, I'm thankful too. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a little break. Juice, you want to take a break? You ready to take a break, Juice?
Keep going.
No.
You said keep going.
You said keep going. He said keep going and everything. Well, we got a lot of things to talk about here, not just about vaccines. We're going to talk about the Grammys. I'm sure everybody watched the little piece of Grammys that was there. I thought it was just a little piece because of COVID, and COVID stopped everything. But and we're I'm sorry. Say it again, Raqel.
So all the boobs and butts were showing on display.
So listen, I guess I'm going to wrap up the vaccine part of the show. And you said, everybody still, listen, we still need to protect ourselves. That stuff is out there. I mean, I don't know if you had people that passed away from it. I knew a couple of co-workers, no family members, but co-workers and some friends that died from that.
Screwed up.
Yeah. What's up, Jay? Jay?
You know what? I went to the wrong Zoom.
Oh, to the wrong Zoom. There's Jay, y'all. Say hey, everybody.
You know what? I heard.
Hey,
anyway, so where we at? I know we had a big story going on with the vaccine. I'm so sorry. I went to the wrong Zoom. Tanya's been sending us Zooms. I saw Kamala Harris talk about the hate in Atlanta, so I came down to K-Town. And anyway, I'll fill you in later on what's happening here. But tell me what you got going on. Thanks for your patience, as they say.
Yes. I'm glad that you're here. Thank goodness. So we were just talking about the vaccine. And, both of them, Raqel was up here saying that she's not feeling it. She ain't feeling it. She ain't going to do it. She ain't going to do it. So my girl Autumn, she's in. She ain't gonna do it. So, she's in Dallas, Texas, and she's a teacher. So she's it's a requirement. So she just signed up, Jay.
I'm listening.
And she says she's prone to take things and walk away.
And do you agree with that? Because I agree with signing up and getting the vaccination. I don't know if I agree with not doing it. Although I have heard a lot of people, and I almost feel like an outcast, because the more I bring it up, that's why it's such a great topic, the more I'm hearing that African Americans don't want to get the vax. And I'm like bewildered about it. I'm like, why not? This isn't the days of polio. I don't believe you're going to wake up with an extra nose, not to be funny, you know.
Jay, they put it on the CDC page. I don't know what to do if there's a zombie apocalypse. I can't even say the word. Did you see that?
I didn't see that. Oh,
okay, so that scares me even more. If the CDC put that on their page, did you see that, Autumn? Did you see that?
No, I did not.
Yeah, well, they put something on their page on the website saying what to do if in a zombie apocalypse. And so
and what did it say?
Oh, it was just saying, take your, pack a bag, that type of thing. It didn't tell you how to kill them or anything like that. It was just like, like something before a hurricane, But
now, was that fake news?
I don't know if it was fake news, but I saw that. And a lot of people saw it. And that scared me. And I'm like, okay, yeah, they're talking about these people. So it makes me feel, it makes me feel they're going to flip a switch, and then all these people are going to turn to zombies.
Come on now.
That's just a joke. It's a joke.
We got to work on your comedic timing, sister.
It's a joke.
It's good to see y'all. Y'all looking all good and happy Friday.
Yeah, it's a Friday night. Is it cold out there, Jay?
It is quite cold. It looks refreshingly sunny, but it's quite, I got my gloves, I got a hat, I got like a scarf, I got a jacket, I got, I'm still, I'm layered up.
All right. All right, so I was going to play the rest of Mr. Mark Riblet. He's kind of vulgar, but he was talking about how happy he was about taking that dang vaccine. So we're going to take a little break. And then we're going to come back and we're going to talk about this Grammy stuff. So
we're going to come back, and then I got something to add to that.
Well, first of all, okay, yeah, when we come back.
After the music. That video is off the chain.
It is off the chain. So everybody mute your mic.
Everybody dance.
Because Mark Rivers going to put it down. Hold on a second. All vaccinated.
We got to get back to my legend. Feel like I'm my mama said, well, I can be the budget and go through and have anything, but it would not be that let's go ahead and get white. Get to it. Was framed to make it great to take that great before we ate that day. Then blame the day out for another day. True lights on, it's time to go and head in home before the throwing down on us, the dust and bust to up by ass across the grass in front of your friends. Go straight to bed and rest your head. You won't get fed, no food to eat, the souls to sleep, and don't you weep, don't make a beat. Double dutch and jumping rope and hot and sleeping like and turn into Jesus. I talking loud and with our chest to get knocked down into that flow into next week and out that cause you are wrong and hold your own and soon find out that you were wrong. Taking it way back to those good old days. Before the time when we lost our place. Back to drinking, riding, drinking days. Back when we had that good old feeling. Taking it way back to those good old days. Before the time when we lost our place. Back to drinking, riding, drinking days. Back when we had that good old feeling. Good old feeling. Good old feeling. Move the night, you got your own case of this shit. You think you're crossing questions that question you can't go study. The soldier Cadillac is sitting me with rims that say so fresh and clean and tints that make it hard to see you when you in that whole dream to clear your mind and free your brain so you do not go insane. And wrong ain't what you know from 9 to 5. You work so hard to hustle probably on the side. So your bills go get paid. Got out to eat a history. There's so much after childish change.
All right, let's get back to it. We got a lot of things to cover out. Hey, Juice, we're back. Jay, you back?
We're back. Yeah, I'm back.
back.
My fingers are all frozen. I couldn't hit the mic on mic. I knew, Tanya's got to always get some man skin in there. 30 bags of whatever. 30 bags. But what's trending right now, and you can have the guest answer. What's trending right now is to have a vaccine card. I saw that on IG or heard it on the media. Have you heard that?
What? Say it again. I'm sorry.
To have a vaccination card is
yeah. Especially when you fly. Right. Too. It's good to have it. So
they just saying they just sporting it now. It's like a new pair of whatever, Air Jordan. It's the thing to have.
So what's
my brother received two doses and received a vaccination card.
Oh wow. So is that going to be our new ID card? Is that going to be on top of our ID? Like we got to show your ID card and that card?
I think so. If you want to travel.
Yeah.
They're talking about having a vaccination passport. You guys heard about that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did hear that. But we have vaccines, especially if you were young. If you're about our age, we have that big old scar on our arm from the vaccination that we had before we were little. So I'm not afraid of a vaccine. And I'm just watching the stats and everything on it. I'm not saying that I won't take it. It's just that I'm just chilling. That's all. Just like everybody else, I'm chilling. Jay, what's going on?
Yes.
I didn't want to have us that noisy part like we were before and the Deuce, but it's quite busy. There's a spot just across the street. It's a lot of noise. They're playing a lot of music. Let me see if I can flip my camera around.
Uh-oh, here we go.
I know. But anyway, It's not that great. But they playing, the music is pumping, the food is here. Some restaurants got crowds, some don't. That's everywhere.
Wow.
But there's a little buzz, but there's a lot of police presence.
Autumn, you miss New York?
I do. And I'm looking at, the shots of Jay walking, and I'm just like, wow. I remember New York just being people everywhere.
Girl, there's nobody here.
It's weird for me to see this right now.
I know. You should see Times Square. Like at 10 o'clock, it's a ghost town. No joke. 10 o'clock things are starting to rise up. I don't know. Did you grow up in the city, or you always been upstate or Poughkeepsie area?
No, I'm from Harlem, New York.
All right, Harlem, my favorite spot. I love Harlem. I love Harlem. Yeah, it's a ghost town, Autumn. I'm so sorry, but it is a ghost town. So check it. We're gonna move on from the vaccines. I got some other little topics we want to talk about. First of all, Jay, you had said something about Vice President Harris. Did you say something that we need to hear about?
What was that?
Vice President Harris.
Oh yeah, well, VP Harris and Joe Biden went to Atlanta.
Went where?
Get out the noise. They went to Atlanta and they thanked the community about their response to the shooting and what's happening in the Asian community. This whole, that's a whole different can of worms. Right. But it seems like everybody's dealing with the hate.
It's horrible. It's horrible. I'm going to say it's horrible that we have to that all this hate that's going on and all the violence that is going on against the Asian community. Like they're not the one who have it. And it was I'm going to say it was all Trump who started this stuff. The corona, the China virus, the Rocket Man, all this stuff. He started this hate that we always have the the violence and stuff like that, whatever. But this is ridiculous, and it needs to stop. They're people and humans too, and they live here in America. They're Americans. Doesn't need to be
Asian American. And it seems a little, they seem they're walking by me. They could be saying I don't have my mask on, but it seems a little touchy. Like, what you gonna do? What's going on? Like, it's almost like everybody's on their guard. And, it's like, well, you're a different face, so I'm not sure if I can trust you.
Right.
And that's what happens a lot of times, right? We go back into our own community, we go back into our world, and when we were trying to have the breakthroughs.
Right. All right. On a different note, I have some video, and I want y'all to Y'all gonna laugh at it. I'm gonna share my screen for the last time, and we're gonna talk about this real quick because it's funny.
You love this guy.
Okay, hold on a second. I'm gonna show you.
Are we miking ourselves? I mean, muting?
Mute.
Oh my goodness, this is too funny.
Oh, he didn't recover himself. Biden, you can't do this. They are looking at you and your age. Oh my God. So, and then he salutes. Oh, poor guy. Poor guy. Listen.
Gerald Ford used to do that too all the time, right?
I don't know nothing about Gerald Ford, but still, poor Biden, poor dude. Like,
You know, I'll say that was just a mistake, but overall he looked good to me. Like his body looks great, you know, poised and statuesque. So stay with us, Joe. Stay with us.
Please, yeah, we need you, Joe.
I gotta admit, you're right. He has been looking good. I mean, the other day he gave that speech. He looked well. His suit looked nice. He does look put together. But that double stumble, and they got memes out about it that are hilarious.
Look, I'm about to put some trap music behind it.
You know,
He tried to get up again, and then he fell on his knees. Oh my God! Right. We need you. Please stay healthy.
Yeah.
So moving on. Listen, did you all watch the Grammys this past Sunday?
Yes.
Did you watch it? Just yes or no? Did you watch it?
No, I watched something else.
So listen, well, y'all know what I'm so surprised.
Come on, Tonya, let's do it.
I'm surprised that CBS had let all the ass and titties come on the. I'm
I was going to go to CBS, but I didn't want to put CBS on that much blast.
Right. I'm surprised. I was shocked. And then the moves that they were doing. You saw the moves, right, Autumn? They were in the bed. They had a big old bed for the stage.
Oh no.
I'm with you. We saw the moves.
Look, the dudes love it. They don't care. I asked my daughter and some millennials, you know, they didn't care either because that's today's music. But, you know, CBS has been known as the conservative TV station. They don't play all that stuff. Now, I expect it out of Fox, VH1, BET, that type of stuff, but CBS, yo,
right?
Titties and ass.
I agree with you, Tonya. I felt the same way. I mean, as I watched it, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I applaud and Cardi for having the courage to do what they do.
Right.
And I do hold CBS accountable for that, like the standards. And so I was a little bit disappointed, and I'm watching it, and my mouth was like the whole time.
Mine too.
The whole time.
Mine too. That was not a family-orientated show, okay? And big ups. Look, I give them all the props. They deserve all of that because they have ruled the radio waves and everything. But the dancers didn't. Even dancers' ass is rap. Everybody else.
You know what? I get what I respect what you're saying. I get it. I would be in the same situation. You know, you're thinking, how could you know? But her clapback, which was a big thing to me, was, well, I'm not here to raise your kids. I'm just here to do what I do. So you taking it to a whole different. She's saying, Cardi B saying, you know, your morals and my morals are the same. I'm here to perform. I'm an entertainer. And at the same time, I'm like, okay, Cardi, yeah, you don't have to raise, you know, little Johnny and little Kimmy. But is there a line that should be drawn when it comes to knowing the audience? Because there was probably no time in broadcast where we could put, you know, you might say, oh, you could run it at 11 o'clock or you can run it at 10 o'clock. But it was quite graphic, and there's probably no time you can run that. That is like basically something that you might see on her station. If she's got a YouTube or something like that, you go to her and see it. Morally.
And then it takes me back to 2004 when Janet Jackson showed, you know, you know, the wardrobe.
Yeah.
Right.
And her career has not been the same since.
So what's the
Oh, her
problem?
career has been shambles since.
I'm not understanding that. I'm not understanding that.
Well, that's the power of the internet, right? I mean, even now with the cancel culture, that's what we're really talking about. You have a great life, and then all of a sudden something comes up, this one thing, and you're canceled. So I don't believe they're gonna cancel Cardi, you know, because I think Cardi's too strong of a spokesperson. Janet got a bad rap.
Right.
Janet just couldn't rebound. I don't know why she just sort of tanked. You know?
So, what do you think about? What do your kids think about it? What'd you say to them?
You know, well, I have an older daughter and I have a younger daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I censor in my house what they can watch.
Mm-hmm.
Now, older daughter, you know, I don't police her, but she has the seeds that I have planted in her.
Right.
And she kind of rides the Amber Rose train. You know, it's like it's a part of their culture, women empowerment, you know, sexuality, feminism.
Do you have the video, Tonya?
Keep talking. I'll find it.
Because we should play it and take a quick poll.
Okay, let's do that.
All right. Well, y'all keep talking. Let me find it.
Because I think there might be some haterade on Cardi, you know, because, you know, Cardi's kind of a gangster girl, right? She came out, even when she was in that movie with J-Lo, Hustlers. I mean, her whole brand is kind of a tease, right? Her music, we all love WAP. I didn't even know what it meant till probably 8 months ago, to tell you the truth. I wasn't hip to that term. And then she did this as she was a dancer or exotic dancer at some point in her career. She's hard as rock, she seems, and she's tattooed head to stone. But she looks great, right? Her hair, she had the pink hair, she had the flossy going on. She almost was great, but she's not Queen B. Queen B does a different vibe. Cardi B, you kind of expect something to be a little on edge. And she just
I don't think that's her whole truth. I think it's her reality, but I don't think it's her whole truth. You know, she has a young daughter, I believe, and I don't believe that that's her daughter looking at those performances. I mean, that's the thing. It's like, I don't want to drink the Kool-Aid of other people all the time. I don't want my kids drinking the Kool-Aid of everybody else. You know, as they are on their journey to fame and success and fortune. I also see it as culture vulture. I mean, I'm gonna go back to CBS. I just feel like a culture vulture. You're capitalizing on the success or the culture that's not their own.
Right.
Okay, so I found the video.
There is a lot of that.
I found the video. We're going to look at a little bit of it here. You see all that ass is up on there. All that ass. I just can't believe CBS. VH1, BT, I can expect that. But hey, they're changing the times again. Wait a minute.
Well,
I got one more thing I want to show. Keep talking.
Okay.
I got one more thing. I got one
well,
more
I was going to
thing.
say, look at the set. CBS knew what was coming. There was a glass shoe, which is the pure symbol of exotic dancing. There was the pole. They heard the word. They knew the song. I mean, she's got her lyrics of that is incredibly. It's almost funny, her lyrics, but it's almost, they knew it. So I just think because the ratings tanked, and I bet they didn't tank on that performance, as you could tell by Moses Malone, but they tanked the show was a flop. So now they got to find blame, and that's what I think it is. So blame.
It was kind of dead, and it was dead because nobody was there. It was dead, so they had to flavor it up, and they did. So let me show you this clip right here.
Okay.
Let me show you this clip right here. So yeah, did y'all see that move they did on that bed? Did you see that move?
Yeah.
I
Y'all saw that
did.
move, right? I
Mhm.
mean, geez,
Mhm.
that woman empowerment.
You listen,
I
it was
think that
like you said.
sexuality, that sexual nature, and I also, you know, looking at it, they tamed it down for the Grammys. Like, for example, if they was at the club or if they was at the strip club and performing this act, it would have been even more, you know, a little bit raunchier. And they didn't go full out, but it was still
It was still raunchy. I don't
explicit.
know what you're talking
It
about.
was still raunchy.
It was still
And I'm just
yeah,
looking
it
at,
was,
because, you know, I like those little dance shows and, you know, they do the 8 counts and all that. They didn't do a full out. They didn't do a full out.
It was still, listen, all I saw was ass jumping and walk, and I do like it.
It was just enough that you got the full picture.
Yeah, I do like their songs. I ain't gonna lie, I love their songs. When I'm in the club, you know, I have my little drink and stuff like that. But and I like the video, whatever. But I'm just a little, you know, looking like CBS with that on. Wow, that's my whole thing. That's my whole thing. Not knocking it.
So are we all in a sort of agreement that it's not the performance, it's the fact that CBS aired this performance?
Yeah.
It's shocking, it's surprising, because you think of CBS as a very conservative station.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly. Yeah. And I was shocked too. I was like, oh my God. Okay, they're changing with the times, but dang.
She probably said, listen, she probably took creative liberties, right?
I would have done it too, because that song WAP is making mad money.
The stripping has become mainstream. They're making it mainstream. You see it, you know, glamorized now, billboards, and not advertising for a specific strip club. You see it in fashion. You see it in news magazines, fashion magazines, on runways. So it's becoming mainstream. And I think because it's becoming mainstream, it's destroying our culture and hip hop culture at the same time.
You know, but listen, Autumn, hip hop started out with the raunchiness, period. You understand what I'm saying? I
was a former addict of Luke. I was a former addict of Luke.
Me too.
I like Luke.
Me too, girl.
I like Luke. We
Me
like
too.
Luke.
Doodle Brown all the way. Doodle Brown.
We like Luke.
Doodle Brown.
Hey, you know what? But that's a good point. It just says the generation. So if we took we took off a decade, we would be like, oh, that was lifted or hot or dope or whatever. But now we're into more of an adult world. We're raising children, more responsible. It just doesn't have, that just turns us off. But you're right. There's a lot of skin on mainstream. Everybody goes to Instagram. I mean, everybody goes to various pictures. It's just the fashion world, like you said, it's very happening. And then the whole glutes thing, the big butt. I mean, if you don't have a big butt today's world, you're like out. So
I'm out.
I want to add on to that, Jay. I want to add on to that. Now, I'm a Southerner. I'm from the South. I'm from Texas. I'm all about the shake music and all of that. As a woman, for me, I have a natural derriere that's, natural.
You gotta,
and it makes me, as a woman, it just makes me feel uncomfortable because a lot of those other ones are fake. And it's not about the fake versus the real, but it's how, say if I went over to Africa or where I went if I go over to France, how I'm viewed as a Black woman, sometimes that bothers me.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, because it was bothersome for a long time, right? It was kind of like, oh, it was almost a ridicule. You had a full figure, right? It was. And now it's like
everybody wants it.
Right.
Exactly. Everybody wants the full list.
I mean, Spike Lee did a movie about it. In one of his movies, I think he did a dance scene. I forgot which one it was, where a woman went to some alley for injections to, because she was a dancer, she wanted to have more enhancement to her body. So she went and got shot for her ass, basically. but then she ended up taking it out. But it caused so much drama in her life, you know, crime and killing and almost death because of how she obtained it. So the arts are out there, you know, natural, fake, purchase, etc.
So, Juice and Jay, would you prefer to have fake or real?
You know what? I'm like, if Jay Jones speaking, it's just like a sandwich. You know, if I haven't eaten a meal in a week, I just have a sandwich. So
he just have a sandwich.
You know, it's like, you want a chicken wing or a chicken thigh? I'm like, I just need to eat. I'm starving. So, you know.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, that's what they used to say about breasts, right? You want fake or real? I really think, gentlemen. I mean, listen. Speaking for me, I guess we're simple in that department. You know, I think.
I don't know. But it's almost time for us to get up out of here. I want to wrap up, say some things. Jay.
The time is flying on the booty time.
So I want to thank our guest, Raqel.
Yes.
Raqel and Adam, thank you so much. Please give a shout out, you know, if you have, especially you, Raqel, because you were your tax preparer. So if you need some more business or something, like put yourself out there. You have any? Okay. You know, how can they reach you?
Oh, they can reach me online, raqel@gmail.com. I also provided you with my telephone number, which is 845-309-6933. And I'm always available.
Say it again. You always got to say stuff twice.
Yeah, say it again. One more time.
Raqel Wroten, RAQUELWROTEN @gmail.com. Telephone number 845-309-6933.
If you want your taxes done, please call Raqel. She got your back. So, Autumn, thank you so much for coming on and everything. We ain't gonna tell everybody how to reach you because you're teaching everything, so you know. But I appreciate you for coming, stopping by, and everything. Both of you. Say something to the people, Autumn, because you know, say something, say bye, something.
I'm just happy to be here. Thank you for the opportunity to be on Tonya, always with Tonya and Jay Radio Talk. So thanks for joining and listening to our commentary.
I know, right?
It was fun. It really was fun.
All right, I appreciate you all. Appreciate Jay. What we got up for next week?
Oh, we were talking about next week. Yesterday, I forgot what we were talking about. I know we got spring in the air. We're checking out March Madness a little bit. I think we got Cape Diva talking about Easter.
Oh, yeah, that's coming up. That's coming up. So, yeah, spring is here. It'll be here, Saturday, right? Saturday's the first day of spring.
Yeah.
It should be like
5/22.
Yep. Also, listen, your taxes, they pushed it back. You don't have to turn them in until May 17th. So, yep. All right, y'all, we're going to get up out of here. Juice, you ready to go? I think he's ready. Thank you all.
Juice is ready. Thank you all. Have
all right,
a great
see y'all
evening.
later. Yes.
Happy Friday.
Thank you. Happy Friday, everybody. Have a great
best
weekend.
of the week.
Remember, listen. You can catch us on Apple, Google, YouTube. Always on with Tonya Jay. Now there's 2 parts to it.
Oh yeah, don't forget Rewatch. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and listen. Replay of this show is happening on WeRocksRadio.com. Dude, what is it? I forgot. Sorry. Dude. Anyways, I posted. He dancing.
Oh yeah, next week, right? Don't forget.
He dancing. Sometimes
remember, Tonya, don't forget. Next week we're talking about, do you give your ex an ultimatum?
Oh yeah, that ex stuff. Relationships. Stop on by if you need it. If you want to be a part of this thing.
Right
out
on.
of here.
We out.
Bye.
Kill it,
Take us out.
Check out the Empire State Building, y'all.
Oh, nice. Look at that. Look at that. All right, good night, y'all. Good night, everybody.
Good night, dude.